More money, more money, hey. More money, more money, hey. More money, more money. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. There have been just a few changes within my life, so therefore my content has changed yet again. I'm going to start doing movie reviews because me and my husband actually watch quite a few movies, at least a movie a week. And what we've been doing lately is going back and watching movies from the 80s and 90s, preferably late 80s and 90s, and rewatching them because I was, again, a young child in the early 90s. So a lot of the stuff that I watched, I like vaguely remember. And if I did go back and watch it, I was watching it with teenage eyes, and now I've watched the stuff with adult eyes. So I'm going to do a review of with my perspective now on said movies. The movie in this video will be Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo. The plot of Mo Money, let me see if I can remember the names, is Johnny and Seymour. Johnny is Damon Wayans' character. Seymour is Marlon Wayans' character. But let me double check to make sure I'm right. Yes, I'm correct. And Stacey Dash plays Amber. So what happens is there are Johnny and Seymour are two brothers who are basically scammers. They, instead of getting a job, they would rather just scam to make it. I should also make mention that this movie came out in 1992. In 1992, I think I was 4 years old. So how old am I now? Oh, I'm 36, almost 37. So 30 years later. Again, Johnny and Seymour are brothers. They're scammers. They're going to do whatever it takes to run a scheme. And that's what they do. This particular scheme, what is it? A 3-card Monty or whatever it's called. I don't know. Seymour is the one running the scam. Well, they both are. But Seymour is the one shuffling the cards. And Johnny is encouraging Amber, Stacey Dash's character, to pick whichever card. And he tells her the correct card to pick, I'm assuming in hopes of her giving him the money. But she doesn't. She takes it. She runs off with it. Not run off, but she walks off with it. And she's like, I want it. Anyway, he follows her to her job. I mean, my boy went floor to floor she got on the elevator and he was on the stairs, and he met her at every floor. You know what I'm saying? Until he got to the right one. I told my husband, I say, see, men are not simping like that anymore. Nonetheless, he went and got a job in the mailroom of her department. It's a credit card company. I forgot what her job was, but he gets a job in the mailroom, and his job was to like cancel or cut up whatever, I don't know, the credit cards that the people didn't want. Perfect job for a scammer, right? So what happens is he starts taking the cards and using them. They went to a jewelry store first. Johnny and Seymour they were dressed normal, but they took their clothes, a little. And they went and purchased some jewelry. It was a whole big old scheme. Nonetheless, that happens. He does these things for Amber. I'm lying. I'm missing something. One of their co-workers. Oh, I should mention that the movie started off with somebody getting killed because it was a part of a bigger scheme. Like the department head at the credit card company was running an even bigger scheme with like dead people in their credit cards. So he was stealing money too. And he said that he hired Johnny specifically because he knew that he would fall into the trap and end up having to be under his thumb. Johnny uses all of these credit cards to create this lavish lifestyle for himself to impress Amber, because essentially he believes that she's out of his league. But Amber has a boyfriend who also works at the company. I forget this man's name in real life. I want to say Harry something, but he was in the Five Heartbeats and he was on Blacklist. Those are the two things I distinctively remember him from. Harry Lennox, that's his name. But he played her boyfriend. He was a more of a well-to-do, uppity Negro type, and he, you know, was trying to save Amber from the lifestyle that she was born into, even though she already wanted better for herself. I guess he figured he would show her this type of lifestyle to make her stay with him, but that's not what kept her, because she was into Johnny. I do believe she genuinely liked Johnny, but because Johnny was a scammer, he was already scheming to get with her. So anyway, like I was saying, he was taking the credit cards, buying things for her, taking her places. One of the other co-workers was involved with Seymour, the brother, so on and so forth. The department head thought that Johnny was going to do what he wanted to do, which in the beginning he did, which was like getting the cars of deceased people so that he could run his big scam. Cool. So he did that, but I think once Amber got suspicious of how he was getting his money, that's when he decided to stop. So he told the guy, I think his name was Chris. He was like, nah, I'm not with this no more, player partner, can't do this anymore. And he was like, well, I got videotape evidence, blase, you know, just trying to railroad him. But Johnny's already a scammer. I don't think he cares like that. Like, he cared, but not really. So anyway, all of that happens. I don't remember how it ended. I just watched this movie, y'all. Like, literally just watched it. But anyway, all in all, he ends up with Amber. He's not a scammer anymore. Him and Seymour go legit, I think. I just watched this. But anyway, I would give them from 1 to 10. I would rate the movie a 7, perhaps. I actually prefer psychological thrillers. I do like comedies, and this one wasn't really like humorous like that. I think Damon he's more of the serious brother. What's the movie he was in I watched? The Last Boy Scout or something like that. He was in that. So his roles tend to be a little bit more serious. Even with Major Payne, like, that was a serious story with comedy sprinkled in. So I think that's Damon's lane right there. Drama. So this movie was a little bit more dramatic than I thought that it would be. I actually won't be watching it again because it really just... There were no knee-slapping moments. None. But I mean, it was a good movie. Like I said, I give it a 7. And let's talk about old Damon Wayans Sr. for a moment. Damon is the Wayans brother I would absolutely fold for. I was, 4 when this movie came out, so I didn't know what Mr. Wayans was working with. He actually did not come onto my radar until My Wife and Kids in the early 2000s, and I was 7th or 8th grade when that show premiered. And I remember watching it with my mama. So, nah, Mr. Wayans, that's when, of course, I'm a preteen teenage girl, and I'm like, And that's when I first noticed Damon, but I really didn't, give it too much, whatever. But yeah, Damon, he the one. He is the one that would absolutely make me fold. Even now, with his, salt and pepper, really more salt than pepper, but his beard, I think he's about 6'2". Damon is the one. Even in Mo Money, certain scenes, like, the swag was definitely there. Marlon looked like a little boy with that baby face. But Damon, he definitely the one. Even with that little crusty mustache he has. Like, I like my men with full beards. But Damon definitely could get it back in his Mo Money days. I know that this review sucks because this is my first one. But like I said, I watch a lot of movies with my husband. So we'll never get better if we don't ever put the content out there. So this is me doing that. And we'll get better. Well, I'll get better with each video. Yeah. What did you think? Have you seen Mo Money? What did you think about it? Is it something you would watch again? I know personally I wouldn't. It's not something I'm like, oh yeah, let's watch more money. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah.